Hello and welcome back to SotonLock. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. What I'd like to talk to you today is about the binding order of cylinder locks. When I first started lock picking, there seemed to be a lot of interest in knowing the binding order of a lock, whether it was 52143 or 31524, etc., etc. So what causes the binding order? Well, first of all, as lock pickers, lock sporters, hobbyists, how we get a cylinder lock open is we insert a tension tool and then we try and turn the core, and obviously the internal pins of the core and the Bible prevent the core from turning. So with a key, there is no binding order because all the internal pins are lifted to the right height. So what else causes binding order? Well, inaccuracies in the drilling. When I say inaccuracies, it's often referred to as tolerances. So inaccuracies in drilling the holes, not only in the core but in the Bible as well. We ideally would like them in a straight line. In reality, if that's not the case, if you were to take an accurate measurement of the holes, you might find that they're not in a straight line. So ideally, we would like everything in a straight line. In reality, this is exaggerated slightly. You can see that the holes aren't exactly on the center line. For example, if we were to pick the lock this way, the pin in this hole would bind first, and if we were to pick the lock this way, the pin in this hole would bind first. So let's just see if we can have a look at that. Zoom in a little. So here we have a core populated with both key pins and driver pins, and as we turn the core, so the driver pins bind against the holes that are drilled into the Bible. So I've got an example of a lock that I know the binding sequence to, and what I'll do is I'll set that up and I'll give you a show. Hello and welcome back. Right, I'm set up here now, and what I've got here is a challenge lock, and I've got it's from Roy Salmons, and it's a pleasure and a privilege to pick this challenge lock by Roy, because Roy's been a great supporter of my channel ever since I started, and so it's, as I say, it's an honour to pick his lock. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing top of the keyway, and as I say, I know the binding order of this lock, and hopefully I can pick it on camera. So what I need to do is I need to go right to the back, and it goes into a deep full set. So if I come back one pin, hopefully there should be a pin here that's going to give us some counter rotation. Maybe this one. It still stays into a deep full set. I come right to the front to the first pin, maybe the second pin. Again, I get some counter rotation, and as you see, I've got it open. So I think the binding order of this is 651. It might be 6521, a gentle touch on 2 and then a 1. So I've not looked into this lock. All I've done to this lock is I've stuck a external circlip on it, so it makes it easier to gut. So let's see if I can gut this on cam without spoiling anything. Just zoom out a bit. Oops. So somewhere I've put the pliers down. There's one thing I hate about gutting locks, and it's getting that damn circlip off the back, which is why I've put this on here. That makes things so much easier. Might need to zoom out a bit more. There you go. So let's bring the tools in. So I'm going to shim this. So have a look at that. So I'm not going to, off camera. What I will do is I'll take the pins out first. Take the driver pins out first. So I've not done this before, so no idea of what we've got in here. Might be best if we take the shim out. See what spring we got. Pin 2. I might speed this up in a minute. That spring doesn't want to come out. So, in this core we've got spool, standard spool. Now, if I put them up against the Bible or against the core, we can see the coils in their position in pins 1 and 6. Pins 2 and 5 don't look as though they need picking. Pins 3 and 4 look as though they need picking. And maybe I just brushed against them. Constantly brushing against them because I've picked this quite a few times. So that's what we've got in there. So I was picking this. I found the binding order to be 6, and that dropped me into a deep full set. 5 enabled me to reset the deep full set, but then it dropped back into a deep full set, and then I picked the spool in 1 and it opened. So I'm not quite sure what was going on with pins 3 and 4, but Roy, thank you very much. Let's just have a look at the bitting order of the key just in case. So there's the bitting order. Roy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's all I got from SotonLock. Oh, before I go, I just value your opinions on binding order. Is it important to you? Do you care about the binding order? I can imagine if you're a locksmith, you wouldn't know about the binding order, or wouldn't care about the binding order. If you're one of the bad guys, you probably wouldn't want to know about the binding order. And the only reason I can think you want to know the binding order is if you want to get a lock open numerous times. I've picked this lock quite a few times. It's thrilling that you can get it open constantly, but the pleasure and the challenge diminishes once you know the binding order. As I say, that's all I got time for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell.